Right, so tomorrow morning at 7:30 I am going to be getting 2 cubic metres worth of concrete delivered at 7:30 in the morning. That's what it looks like at the minute. Got my hardcore down, got the shuttering made, hardcore underneath, and then I have got my waterproof membrane going on top. So the size of the base that I'm doing is 4.2 metres by 4.5 metres long, 4 inches deep. Everything that's on here tomorrow is going to be coming off. That's just on there just to keep the plastic down. I have no concrete reinforcement because what I'm going to be using is this stuff. It is concrete fibres. So I've got 2 bags of 900 grams worth. They are 19 millimetres long, this fibre. Got it off Amazon. I think there was like £12 a bag. One bag will cover 1 metre cubes worth of concrete. Never used it before. I think you're supposed to, in theory, you're supposed to mix it with the concrete while it's being mixed, but the company that I'm using for the concrete don't provide that service. The reason I'm using this is because we're doing this on a budget, and to save some extra money, we're using these. So for 22 or 25 pounds is a way lot cheaper than the 150 that the rebar were going to cost. Now some of you may think that it's going to be structurally not strong enough. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be seeing it because it's got a building going on top. I'm sure, pretty sure, 4 inches worth of concrete will be more than enough without anything underneath of it. It's not like it's having vehicles put on top of it or anything like that. So I'm just going to lay a bit, sprinkle some of this in, sprinkle some more on top. So hopefully the reinforcement fibres will be spread throughout the concrete. Whether or not that will work is another thing, but I'm going to try it. I've nothing to lose. It's a concrete base that will be covered by a shed that weighs approximately 1.5 tons spread out over this surface area, which is next to nothing really. So, and there you go. As you can see, it just looks like nylon rope. That's probably even what it's made of. I'm not actually sure, but yeah, there you go. There they are, 19 millimeters long. Might even be glass fibre, which is probably going to make me itch like a bitch in a minute. Polyurethane fibres, so they're not actually glass fibres, they're just polyurethane. They're probably like what rope and such like's made of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some tomorrow. I'm just going to sprinkle it out, I think, try and get an even mix of the fibres. Throw it out onto the membrane underneath. Then lay the concrete on top of that. Get so far in. Chuck some more on. Get a decent layer of the fibres in the concrete just to try and strengthen it, see what it's like. So yeah, that is the plan tomorrow. Hopefully it works out fine. If it doesn't, I've shit it, haven't I? But anyway, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30. So I've got all my fibres in my bucket, as you can see, and I've mixed them up a bit, so I'm just going to see if it actually works. Spreading a few out. Is that really going to make much difference? I don't think it is, to be honest. It's a little bit clumpy in places. I've tried to break it up out of the bags because obviously they're pretty compact in there, but there we go. Look at that. That'll do. I think out is better than out. First one, baby. Concrete calculator my ass, looking into it. Just wet it all, soak it all through it, get rid of all all cement in it, and I'll just leave your stones. Right, so it is down few issues arose. Right, so I ordered 2 cubic meters worth of concrete, but I think with all the undulations, undulations in the ground below, it wasn't necessarily always 4 inches thick. It might have been 5 or 6 in places, which is a bit of probably a miscalculation on my part, because the boards that I used for the shuttering are 4 inch thick. It's just worked out that the concrete is slightly below that, probably about 10 mil below, which has made it a bit difficult, but it's just one of them things that we've had to get over. It's level, front, back, side to side, which is the main thing. Not gone quite as smooth as what I hoped. The wheelbarrows we've used, we have borrowed them off somebody else, so I can't really disgruntle that too much, but one of the wheelbarrows is mine, which is a nice big wheelbarrow. The others are very shallow, probably it was about 60 litres, maybe even 40. And there's like a slope at the front. Obviously it's made for ease for emptying it, but when you're coming down a slope like this, there you go, that's the gradient that we've had to come down. You can see all the stones and all the concrete that got spilled out. It's literally all over the grass. It's even been that bad that the wife's had to come out and wash all the concrete, make it into stones so it's easy to pick it up and it's not setting. So that did leave quite a bit of a mess, which is a bit of a shit, but it is what it is. But overall, the shed base is done. The fibres I used, they've gone in really well. Might not necessarily be the way that everybody's going to do it, but we'll see. I'll just scatter them about in the concrete. We'll see over time if it does make any difference using it, but I'd rather use something than nothing at all. And we're a lot cheaper than using rebar. So on that footing, get it? Everything up to yet is not too bad. So that's where I've had to come all the way from the front, all the way down here. Come all the way down here, all along this bit. Look at that brick path I built. How awesome was that? Cool as fuck. Get down that ramp, and then it just spills out all over there, all the way up to the concrete slab. There's my log cabin. Look at that. What logs I'm going to get in there? Got some down there I need to chop up. Got my ochre in there. Oh, beautiful. Ready for winter, baby. Ready for winter. So concrete done, slab done. Here we go, finished, finito, I reckon. Just going to smooth that charcoal a bit out. I'll try and record that on my phone because my GoPro's just about. Battery, dead. Shit it, Sam. There you go. Over and out.